It's Monday and the mountains are back. Oh, it is fantastic to see mountains right now. Hi guys, welcome back to Level Grinding. It's Rachel. I am here in Denver today. I'm getting ready to start my morning hustle. You guys are all along for the ride, and I am ecstatic this morning because the mountains are back in Denver. Welcome to Monday. So I'm done with breakfast and I'm getting into my regular Monday morning tasks. One of those things is always looking at my financial statements for my company, taking a look at where I'm at, running all of my receipts, making sure that my books are up to date. If you remember a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month and a half ago now, I was talking about how this was not my regular Monday morning routine. And so something I've been doing is just getting into the habit of taking a look at these things and being on top of things. It is saving me a lot of time when it comes to actually running the reports of like, hey, how am I actually doing? How much money am I making? How much am I actually putting aside for taxes? All that wonderful good stuff. But while I was away for Creative Mornings, my friend Kelly, who is also a business owner and she runs all the social media, she put me onto this book called Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. You tell me. Michalowicz? If I'm getting your name wrong, Mike, I apologize. Anyway, in this book, Mike talks about the different way that you can look at your business accounting. Often when entrepreneurs and actually businesses all around the world look at their finances, they first look at their top line revenue. This is how much money have you actually brought into your account this month, this year, through your sales and through the sales of your services. Then you minus out your expenses and your operating costs, and then technically whatever you have left over is your profit, ideally. And what happens is that a lot of people actually run their businesses in a way where that number that's left over is not very much at all. And so if you're like me, who is also running your business that way, it can be really hard to take a profit. So even though I am making money and it is working and I do have clients who are happy and I have clients who are returning, I'm not always bringing in the profit that I want to bring in every single month in order to feed my family. This is why I have my business to begin with, right? This is why I am working at it, in order to gain financial freedom and to build the life that I want. And yet if my business is not actually paying me, then why am I doing this? Why is it actually being profitable? And so Kelly was talking to me about the book while we were in Rock Hill, New York, and I was like, I have to get a copy of this. So I ordered it while I was at my parents' house. It showed up and I've been reading it, and I started reading it ahead of doing my business books this Monday, and I'm really glad that I did because it has some exercises to go through to evaluate what's the actual financial health of your company. Not just running a profit and loss statement, not just looking at a balance sheet, but actually doing some number crunching to quickly evaluate, okay, is my business profitable or is it not? And so I'm going to run through that stuff as a part of my Monday routine. But this is why I like to read books, because if Kelly hadn't suggested the book to begin with, I wouldn't be reading this. I have a stack of books that I read all the time, and I'm constantly growing to it. I have like 4 more that I'm adding to that list to read while I'm out for my surgery at the end of October, and I'm going to be adding more to it because I believe that I can learn how to do a bunch of this stuff through reading. And so when somebody gives me a resource like Kelly did in the book Profit First, I want to add it to my reading list. And rather than wait to read this and be like, I'll get to that, when I actually have the time to read it, because it's a business book and because it's business finance related, I count it as a part of my Monday tasks because I'm learning and I'm able to then immediately apply that information into my business. Honestly, though, the biggest thing that was the plus today was reading this book. This book gave me some hope. I've been building my business now for 3 years. It'll be 3 years in the very beginning of October. I actually have on my to-do list this month my trade name renewal. Yay! So, 3 years in business, and I often feel like I cannot pull profit out of my company in order to help pay bills in the house. And I've always attributed this to the fact that, I'm just starting out. I don't have a steady client stream yet. This must be why I'm not able to pull profit and put it into my business. And the book Profit First has really challenged me to say, no, I'm not looking at this equation the right way. When you're doing your household budget, one of the things that it's recommended that you do is that you pay yourself first. And by that, it means you take out the money that you need to live on for the future. You take that out first, and then you live on your day-to-day with the rest. So for my husband and I, this looks like doing what we call revolving savings accounts, where I'm taking out every month a chunk of cash that is going to pay things like the renter's insurance or the car insurance. And this money is already built up in advance so that when I got to write those checks, it's already done. I'm paying myself first. Another example of this is putting money in a retirement account or putting your savings away so that you have that money ahead in the future. And then you figure out how to live on whatever's left over. And if you've done your finances right, you've done your math right, you work with it. You just work with whatever's left over. You don't have a choice because that's what's left over. And Profit First in the book, Mike, what did we say his last name is pronounced as? Michalowicz? Again, I'm sorry, Mike, if I'm pronouncing this wrong. I'm sure I am. I feel really bad because my maiden name is terrible, and so I feel like I shouldn't be doing this. But anyway, in this book, Mike puts out the idea that you need to do the same thing in your business. You need to take your profit first and pay yourself for all of your hard work, and then you need to pay your business expenses. Now, the way that he does this is by using percentages, which I really appreciated, especially since my income fluctuates from month to month. I often don't have a huge chunk of money coming in, but then I have a huge chunk of money coming in later because of the way that my clients are coming in. And with the fact that I'm still building my business, my income is not regular, like my top line revenue is not regular. So to have this concept of taking a percentage out, the same percentage with every paycheck that I get from my clients, but taking a percentage out and using it to pay myself is extremely encouraging and empowering. I'm really, really excited about having read this idea because for the longest time I have felt like a complete idiot because I've not been able to bring money into the house. And this year, for example, I'm set to do the highest amount of gross income that I have ever done in my business. And yet I feel like I've taken absolutely nothing out to help my house run. Like, yeah, I'm growing my business and I've been sinking a lot of that back into my company, but I've not really been doing a whole lot for like us, like the house, which is why I started my business to begin with. And so reading this book today has really got me back into that root of like evaluating. This is why I'm doing this. I'm doing this so that I can make money. I'm doing this so that I can provide for my family. How do I do that? Well, I do this by following this new process. So I'm really excited about putting this into practice, and this is why I still have a couple of those financial things to do today because I want to put those things into practice and I want to actually start working with this, and I want to start working with it right now because this is something that's going to transform my business going forward. I'm a firm believer that today is the only day that we have, meaning today is the day that we have to do these things. I can't do it yesterday because yesterday is gone, and I can't do it yet tomorrow because I'm not there yet. So I have to do these things today. And today is the start of tomorrow. It's the start of the future. So I might as well get on this today. So I'm going to finish out this video with this comment and this whole concept of taking profit. If you are in a business and you are starting your business or you've been in business before and you've heard of this concept, I would love to know what you thought about it and how it transformed your business, whether or not you implemented it. So leave those in the comments below. If you've not yet heard of this, I highly suggest you go get the book. This is not a sponsored post. This is just me and my information giving you guys stuff. Go find the book, Profit First, especially if you want to make a living doing what you want to do as an entrepreneur, as a self-employed person. Like, go read this book. It's going to really help you out. Even though I have not implemented anything yet, I know that just the concept that it is possible for me to take profit right now is a huge encouragement. So I want to give that to you. You need to go read the book. You need to go find it. So I'd love to hear your stories. I'd love to hear your stories of how you made it through and started getting profit to come out of your business, and what were some of the victories that you had along the way as you did that, because they are very encouraging to me, especially as I am also someone who is starting out and just getting this whole entrepreneurial thing going. I might be at year 3, but it's year 3. I'm still a toddler in the baby phase of growing my business. So anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you when I see you. Yeah, tomorrow. Ciao.